Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes.
I'm a grown-ass man. See, I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man.
Hey everybody, King Dingbat here. I'm in my garage with a cigar. It's only a candy cigar because my wife won't let me smoke one after I put that big fat head up in our bedroom.
Let's get rid of that. At this point, I'd be happy for Dak to be playing for somebody else. And my team stinks. I agree. Stinks.
They laugh about us. We're a disgrace. We suck.
I am now Philly 500's bitch.
Dallas still stinks. You know it. You know it. You know it. You're right the way, King Dingbat here, and welcome to the James Bradberry Signs live stream. What is going on, everybody? How you doing? So great to see everybody here. What is happening? I see we got a lot of people in here already. Cruisin was here earlier saying the Eagle Vulture strike again. He's pissed off. Giant fans are pissed off. Thomas Sunderland. LB, what's up, man? I see he's in here. Mullins, Ezekiel Major. What is going on? Texas boy. Oh, Texas got to be scared. Jesse Davis, Clark Roberts, Blackbird. Man, I know I'm missing so many of these people in here. Thank you so much for being here. Swaggy Williams, Quez. What is going on? Richie MC, George Burwell, Nick, Mullins, Slithering, and Mark something. Marcus Polk. What's going on? Sports Highlight. What is going on? Decoy, Lamont, I'm so smooth. James Garrity, Luke Bradshaw, what is going on? Brandon, Wild Boys, Texas, what is up, everybody? Oh, Brennan, man, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. He says, is Andre Dillard the final play to get us Jesse Bates and complete our secondary and defense overall? Since they need significant help, their offensive, do they need some significant, since the Bengals need significant help on the offensive line, he did not sign the franchise tag. Yeah, look, if you really want to go get Bates, I think Dillard would be the play, right? Try to get them a left tackle. Maybe it'll work. I could see that. But I don't know. Are the Eagles going to go out and now sign him? I feel like this was the last big move, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know if they'll draft a safety next. I really don't. I'm not draft a safety, but sign one. It's possible. Anything is possible at this point. Dylan Jordan, thank you for super chat, my man. He says, Jalen Hurts has no excuses after this year. This whole season rests on the shoulders of Jalen Hurts. There are no excuses. To me, the Eagles signing James Bradberry today was super significant. Now, if they could go out and get a safety like Jesse Bates or Chuck Clark or somebody like that, hey, more power to them. But I don't think it's necessarily a make or break, right? Like, to me, that's icing on the cake. I think Marcus Epps is capable. And, you may look at a guy like Jesse Bates or somebody like that, and you may actually wait until during the season, like trade deadline, see where you're at to make a move like that. I mean, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Where's the fitness? He's ready to go. I got him already dancing. Steven, what's going on, man? What is happening? Sherman says, what's good, 500? JB in the building. Let's go. Man, I'll tell you what, man. I am so pumped up about this move. Does anybody know how we're going to make it all these months till football starts? Mayday 69, he said, what's up, 500? Big sack, Howie strikes again, man. LB just texted me, and he was like, Howie's making it very hard on you not to apologize, not to give him credit or forgive him. I'm like, you're right. He's making it very hard on me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this up. I might have to cave to Howie vision. Nick, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, these Washington fans got to chill. Someone actually tried to tell me they have the best wide receiver corps in the entire NFL. And then followed up with they have the best running backs and tight ends in the East. Straight fever dreams. Yeah, that's delusional. No question about it, man. No question about it. MB says, yo, Philly, got to knock some sense into your boy Cilio. Thinking Breeze would make this team any better is laughable. Yeah, to me, Breeze is too old. I'll be on Dan Silio's show. I think 5:30 Eastern time, 2:30 Pacific. So look for that. I'll actually be on his show later today. Let's see here. Man, these are coming crazy. We got 364 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Andrew, what's going on? He says, that's a great idea to trade Dillard to the Bengals for Bates. Good idea. It makes a lot of sense. Would it cost you more than that? I don't know. But if Bates is not going to play with them, maybe the Eagles take a chance. I mean, listen, how many people thought they would get Bradberry? I thought we had a chance with Bradberry. More than Bates, more than a safety. But this is perfect. Flipping the bird, Dave for the super chat. He says, Dingbat, trade Rager and Kevon Wallace to Baltimore for Chuck Clark. No excuse season. Sweep the division and go a deep playoff run. Go Birds. The question is, would they do that? The question is, would Baltimore, would that be enough to get them? I don't know. I think the reason the trade didn't go through was probably Baltimore wanted more. Philly for Life says, let's go Eagle fans. It's not that hard to push that like button for the best of offseason we ever had. Yeah, if you think we've had the best offseason ever, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Are you going to get your belt back this year or what? I am going to do everything to get my belt back, to get Joe Boo's head chopped off and do whatever. Now, I just saw Mark Holmes did a video where he challenged me to a certain bet. It's a complete setup. The guy is trying to assassinate Philly 500, and I'll get into that a little later. Yeah, here you go. Urban Chaos is asking me now about it. Thank you for super chat. He said, hey, Phil, did you see Mark Holmes' challenge to you? Yeah, I did. It's a setup. The guy wants me to go to Philly with him to an Eagles game. And if the Eagles lose, I have to wear a Cowboys jersey on the way out. Now, one, if people know me, they're going to think I betrayed the Eagles, so they're going to want to destroy me. Two, Eagle fans are great, but if we lose, that's when you got problems. You want me to walk out in a Cowboy fan? He's trying to get Eagle fans to assassinate me. He's trying to set me up. I'm not buying it. I'm open to the idea of going to a game with him, but we got to have it has to be better planned than that. That is a lose-lose situation for me. Petey Tat, let's go, Philly. Let's go. Kara said it's a great time to be Eagle fan. Look, to me, this is the best offseason the Eagles have ever had. And here's the thing. This isn't just the best offseason, okay? This isn't like a situation where the Eagles are going all bunch of one-year contracts and taking one-year shot. The Eagles are building this team the right way. Besides Bradberry and Kazir White, you're set up long-term. You still have 2 number ones next year. You have guys like A.J. Brown, Hassan Reddick signed long-term. So this is not just about this year. But, man, we're going to know. We're going to know what Hurts is. Flipping the birthday for Super Chat. He says, Howie ain't effing around this season, bro. No, he definitely isn't. No question about it. Best cornerback trio in the NFC. It's very possible. It's very possible. And I've seen all the Cowboys' excuses already. They're showing highlights of CeeDee Lamb beating Bradberry. Here's the problem with that argument. You got to go up against Darius Slay if you're CeeDee Lamb, not Bradberry. You're going up against Darius Slay. Now you got a problem. James Bradberry is our second corner. These people are crazy. Ruiz says, let's go. Fly, Eagles, fly. Love you, Philly 500. We freaking did it. Let's go, Philadelphia. Stand up. We've done it. I swear I think Howie watches this channel because you could go down a checklist of things I said, and they pretty much did it. It's just smart football. KJ Smith, better known as Nate Gary, David Super Chat. He says, the Howie Roseman redemption arc is complete. Where's the apology video of Philly 500? I'm holding out a little bit. I might want to see one more good draft. That's what I initially said. He's making it hard. If he gets Bates, if he gets a safety upgrade here, it's done. I cave. I cave. Let me see here. I got to catch up here. I'm so far behind. We got 445 people in here already. Holy crap. Thank you guys for being here. Let me see here. Urban Chaos. Welcome to Throne Room of Dingbats. Shout out to you. Welcome to Throne Room. And you're just in time because later this week, I'll be doing a Zoom video call with all Throne Room members. You'll get the link in the community chat. Look for that and come hang out and join me. Welcome to Throne Room of Dingbats. Thank you so much for joining. Shout out to you. You are in the throne room. You're one of the elite of the elites. Arnold Mason, thank you for the super chat. He says, all I'm going to say is we got T.O. and went to the Super Bowl. We got Alshon, we went to the Super Bowl. And now we got A.J. and we're going back to the Super Bowl. Hey, from your lips to God's ears, right? That's all I can say. Mav, holy shit, Howie's a god. Howie Roseman, baby. Howie kicking in. I can't, there's nothing I can say. Howie's making it very hard on me. He's making it very hard on me. John MC, welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. These are coming fast and fewer. Say Boogie, thank you for a super chat. So it's a great time to be an Eagles fan. However, Philly, back in 2012, I believe the Eagles brought together the fake. Yeah, I don't like to say that word. We look great on paper, but now the coaches and players have to execute. I agree with that. It's all about the players now. Here's the only difference. That whole thing was trying to take advantage of a non-salary cap season. There was a lot of one-year deals, a lot of older guys, and that kind of thing. This is built completely different. This is built long-term. This is still built where you have 2 first-round picks next year. You got a lot of young guys that are going to be here for a long time. So I think it's built differently. I think it's built the right way, you know. Philly, we clinched today. We clinched the offseason. Now we gotta go out and produce. Listen, here's the way I see it. Let's say Jalen Hurts. Let's say Jalen Hurts goes out there and Jalen Hurts has the same season he did last year. Let's say he has the same type of season, no better. Okay? You're still going to win 11 games. With an easier schedule, with a much more talented roster, you still should win 11 games, even if Jalen Hurts is no better, and win the division. Even if he's no better. If he is better and he takes a step, you're going to the NFC Championship game, at least. At least. That's where we're at. Not including any injuries or anything that we can't predict. But man, I don't know how to see it any way else. Dan says, hello, 500. Let's go. Let's trade Regular now. We got to get rid of Regular. I don't want Regular on this team. Jalen Regular doesn't deserve to be on a team this good. You know? Dude, I'm fired up today. I got to say this. Thank God this did not come out yesterday. Because if this would have came out yesterday, I was out of town. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I would have been going crazy. So today I happened to be home. I took the day off because I got home late last night, and this comes out, and it's perfect. Like, literally perfect. You got to love it. Howie deserves an apology. I'm holding it out just a little longer. Chris says, you're making me so hyped when you say it. Listen, I'm serious. If the Eagles won 9 games last year, they had a tougher schedule. Okay, their team was not as good on paper as it is now. They weren't even good on paper, on the field. I don't care. They weren't as good. Now you got, if Jalen Hurts just plays the way he did last year with the team you've just put with an easier schedule, they should win 11 games. If Hurts takes a jump, I'm telling you, NFC Championship game is not out of the question. Troy, what's going on, man? How are you? You thought I was teasing you again? No, I ain't teasing. I've been saying they've been doing. I say how he does. I say how he does. You know? But it's not because I'm like Nostradamus. I'm not. It just makes sense. It's just common sense. Servant says, Philly 500, I think we have a top 10 defense after Bradberry signing. I think very, very well could, you know. I'll tell you my 2 concerns. I'll tell you my 2 concerns about the Eagles defense in a second. Young Mike says, are you accepting Mark's bet? No, like I said earlier, Mark's bet is a setup. He wants me, in case the Eagles lose, which they shouldn't, but in case they do, he wants me to walk out of the link with a Cowboys jersey. If people recognize me, they're going to want to kill me. They're going to think I betrayed them. And 2, if they don't know me, they're going to think I'm a Cowboy fan, and no. That's like he's trying to have Eagle fans assassinate me. We have to change that bet a lot. Radiation Bots, thank you for super chat. He says, who the hell body snatched Howie Roseman? Right? I know. Thank you for super chat. I'm so hyped for season start. Oh, me too, man. You too. Me too. You missed my super chat. Oh crap! Let me go back up here, James. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see, James. Let me see. Oh, I see it here, buddy. Here. No, I think I did answer this. James said, so do you accept Mark Holmes' challenge? Pound Cowboys for life. No, Mark Holmes' challenge is a setup. It's a setup to have Eagle fans assassinate Philly 500. So we're going to have to change the parameters of the bet before I accept anything. But I'm open to the idea. But, you know, I mean, why would I would rather Mark Holmes walk out in a Cowboys jersey than me. You know? S.O. Tiger, I don't know what that is. Tiger Mania. Thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, if you remember, I said on your live chat with Joey, I was going to Arizona for the Eagles game. I remember you saying that. Bought tickets for the Eagles versus Colts after your Bradberry video. We win. We got a way better chance of winning that game now. Absolutely. Listen, the Eagles, if everything goes right, there's nobody on that schedule that I think that we can't beat any given week. You know, you're not going to win all your games. You always win some games that you shouldn't have. You always lose games you shouldn't have. That happens. But I'm telling you right now, I'm ready. I mean, geez, it's crazy, right? Let's see here. Filioso, what's going on, man? He said, yo, the Wizard is back. And again, he is. What does Mark lose in that bet? If the Eagles win, Mark walks out in an Eagles jersey. Nobody's going to bother him. Who's going to bother him? That's not a fair bet. I get killed if I walk out of the link, especially if they recognize me and think I betrayed them. Dunlop, 88. Oh, man. Thank you so much for super chat, my man. You were too nice. Thank you so much, my man. Shout out to you. He says, hey, pal. Saw you were online. Wanted to say hi. Have a great rest of the week. Fly Eagles fly. Dunlop, 88, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for saying hi. Appreciate that. Thank you for the generous donation super chat. Truly means a lot to me. Thank you, man. And you have a great rest of the week, too, man. Thank you so much, man. That it's very generous of you. Thank you. James says, thank you for super chat. He says, maybe you can go to Dallas instead of Philly. The problem with the Dallas game is it's Christmas Eve. That's the only reason I wouldn't do the Dallas game. Eagles game, I'm not opposed to it, you know. But we have to run parameters, and of course, I have to see if I can even get the time off to do it because I have to travel far. It's not a 3-hour car ride for me. Gabriel, thank you for super chat. He says, if Hurts turns out not to be the guy, do we spend a first-round pick next year on a quarterback, or do we look for free agency? It depends what quarterback is available in free agency. Most likely, I would think you would spend not only one first-round pick, but possibly both your first-round picks, and then maybe a first-round pick next year. You have to take that chance. But the best-case scenario is he's the guy. You know what I mean? Best-case scenario, he's the guy. Unspoken Word says he's going to beer bash in Philly, period. Mark Holmes is. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's scared to go to the Eagles game, but he's going to walk out in an Eagles jersey. You know what I'm saying? There you go. But Brunson will take that back. I'm not getting set up. I know it's a setup. He wants to be, well, I'm not putting on no Dallas jersey and walking out of the stadium. No, we can do better. He can do better than that. I'm willing to bet almost anything, really. But that's a setup. Because if the Eagles win, all the Eagle fans are happy. He puts on an Eagles jersey. Nobody's going to notice anything. But me, could be bad. Joe says, King of the East, and yet their offseason started at the same time as the Eagles. Ha, ha, ha. We got it. We're on paper, we won, yeah. Eagles look good on paper, but paper doesn't mean anything. That's true. Paper doesn't mean anything. But like I said, even if you look at the Eagles and you said, okay, the Eagles, Jalen Hurts is exactly the same as he was last year. Still, with the talent you put around him, with the schedule and how easy it is, you're still talking about at least 2 wins, at least 11 wins, and winning the division. If he takes a step that I think he can, you're talking NFC Championship game. I'll be on Cilios, I think 5:30 Eastern. I'm going to be on Cilios today and then Chalk It Up Sports at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm making the runs. How about where Mark Holmes shaves his head and wears James Madison University rivals jersey? He won't shave his head. He's afraid it won't grow back. Now, like I said, I'm not opposed to making a bet. It's just got to be better parameters than that. Mazda, anything short of a Super Bowl at this point, Philly, is a disappointment. I'm not quite there yet. I'm not quite there yet. But I think you have to win the division at the very least, you know. Dallas took 3 or 4 steps back this year. We're going 5-1 in the division this year, guys. Absolutely. Cowboys cooked Bradberry. Here's the thing with the Cowboys don't seem to understand. CeeDee Lamb is now your number 1 wide receiver. James Bradberry is our second corner. You're not going up against Bradberry. You're going up against Darius Slay. CeeDee Lamb and Darius Slay. It's over. Darius Slay shuts him down. So you got a big problem, Dallas. You have a big problem. Flipping the birds, thank you for Super Chat. He says, Eagles are going to sweep the division and be in the NFC Championship game. Book it. I'm probably going to put money on the Eagles going to the NFC Championship game. You know what I mean? What do I think Silly is going to say? I think he's going to say it's a great move and that Howie Roseman really deserves a lot of credit. You know what I mean? Make a shape. See, I would do that. I would actually do that. Now, Last Jedi, I would do it. 500, what time are you? It's 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific. Awesome news awake? Absolutely. I just woke up and that thing just broke as I woke up. Yo, 500, love all the moves we made. We're all set up to win for years to go. We're set up for years to come. It all rests on the shoulders of one Jalen Hurts. That's what it's all about now. Jalen Hurts is the guy. That's all that it comes down to. Congrats on signing. Thank you, man. Slay has had one bad game in the last 2 years. That was a motivated DK Metcalf. He is incredible. And with Bradberry, we're going places. I think so. I think arguably you have the best cornerback trio in the National Football League. You got Slay as your 1, Bradberry as your 2nd, and then you have Vontae Max, great slot corner. I think the Eagles are in pretty good shape here. We did need to trade for a punter or pick one when they cut. Yeah, look, listen, we could use a punter after that playoff game. Eric says, tell Mark Holmes to shave his genital hairs and glue them to refill his hair. The only problem with that is I don't want to see proof of shaving anything. You know what I mean? It's fixing to be a tough season for CD against Philly. It is. It is. I would be more apt to do that than walk out with a what's his face jersey. Yo, 500 just stopped over from Joey Live. We lit this year. We can't win the East. Yeah, we can. We can definitely win the East. No question about it. Thank you for stopping by. I hate to tell you, just man. Okay, yeah. Bradberry always wins the Super Bowl, so you all should feel great about this pickup. Well, Dak Prescott always wins the Super Bowl. You should feel great about signing him to all those years. How many years has he played quarterback for you guys? 7? And he's won how many playoff games? So you enjoyed running up. Thank you, Max. I appreciate it. This is the only time I could go live today because, like I said, I got to go on Dan Silio's, and then I got to go on Chalk It Up Sports. So this is the only time I can go. Yo, 500. Yeah, I know Rocha. Rocha's great. I love Rocha. Rocha's a friend of mine. Definitely. Rocha, shout out to Rocha. Hope Bradberry gets a pick 6 on Jones. I hope he does too. Troy Singleton says, in the words of my bro, we are going to double walk some asses here. I think so. I think we are. I woke my whole house up this morning. They thought somebody died. Oh, really? That's crazy. Burgang Sports, thank you for Super Chat, my man. He says, we are in the building, fly Eagles fly. Absolutely. I think at the very least, and I think most realistic rival fans will admit the Eagles are the best team in the division. The Eagles should win this division. There's no excuses for it. Even if Jalen Hurts doesn't take another step. The question is can they get to that NFC Championship game? And that is all about Jalen Hurts. The only other thing I worry about a little bit, I'll tell you, like safety, of course, but the only thing I kind of worry about a little bit is pass rush. Like, I think Hassan Reddick will get his. But what about Brandon Graham coming back from injury? We got to be concerned about that. What about Josh Sweat? Can Josh Sweat take another step? You're going to need other people to get sacks besides Reddick all the time. If they can do that, and if let's say Josh Sweat can have 7 to 10 sacks, I think the Eagles are going to kick ass this year. 5 Super Bowl. I won't go that far. I'm not going that far because it all rides on Hurts. What I'll say is I think the Eagles win the division, get a home playoff game, and win. I think they can go much further than that depending upon Jalen Hurts. And it's all about Hurts. To me, all the pressure has to be on Jalen Hurts right now. Arnold David Super Chat. He says, Howie is in the building for Hurts. Hurts and Smith played with Alabama. He played with the tight end we drafted in Oklahoma. AJ's best friend will be better. He will be. I think he's going to be better too. Believe me, don't get me wrong. I think Hurts is going to go out there and throw 25-plus touchdowns. I think Hurts is going to have a great year. But I'm saying in the worst-case scenario, let's say he doesn't, you're sitting there still. Still, you should win 11 games just based upon what he was last year. Bradberry was probably the third best corner in the division behind Slay and Diggs last year. Probably. I mean, he had a little off of a year, but that whole team was bad. But if you look at Bradberry the year before, he's pretty good. And he's still rated, I think they said he's one of the best zone corners in the National Football League. And the Eagles do like to play zone. I like when they play man more, but yeah, I would trade Rager for Stale Dorito. Where did that go? Yeah, I would definitely do it. Eagles are the best. Eagles are not last in the East. Yeah, upgrade the punter, Howie. RPF say you're like Dallas Cockroaches fans are dumb super morons. Other morons haven't won jack. Yeah, listen, their Cowboy fans are scared. Cowboy fans are scared right now. This is what's going on with the Cowboys right now as we speak.
Not time for one more play.
The officials are bad.
We had one
Yo,
more.
you gotta be motherfucking kidding
You gotta
me.
be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What are you doing?
To get off the field on third down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right. Kellen Moore, he's gotta be better, man. He wasn't.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more
He
play.
had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us.
Away, but, this is just
The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
The brother screwed
it
us.
is, man.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah, you
The
literally.
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us.
It's going to end the way.
We had one better.
That is what is happening to the Dallas Cowboys right now. We're celebrating. The Eagles are on the rise. And I said this in my video yesterday. Eagles are on the rise. Their window is just opening. And I think the Cowboys window is closing, because they got Dak with that heavy salary. They've already had let a lot of guys go. And if they don't win a Super Bowl this year, then what? What are they going to do? We are going to make a big deal. We still have a couple assets to get pickup players. We do. The question is, will Howie Roseman go out and go after like Jesse Bates, right? Will he go after a safety now, Chuck Clark? Is he going to do that, or is he going to rely on Marcus Epps? Now, if he goes and says, I'm going to keep Marcus Epps, I'm just going to use Marcus Epps and go with him as safety, I think that's okay. I think you can survive on that. I think Epps is a reasonable bridge safety for you. I think he can play, he can cover the position. I do. If you go out and you get like a Bates or somebody like that, then it's even better. You know what I mean? I mean, this team, this is the most excited I've been about the Eagles. The most excited I've been about the Eagles since 04. Since 04. Chuck says 500. What do you think about Gannon? I think more pressure on him than Hurts. There's a lot of pressure on him, too. There's no excuses for him not to be aggressive. I better see a much more aggressive defense, a defense that is not afraid to blitz and bring heat with your linebackers, interchange between that 3-4, 4-3, do all the things you want to do. But I got to see production. I think he's got a lot of pressure on him, too. Him and Hurts, It all depends on Hurts now. That's right. It all depends on Hurts. If Hurts is the guy, we could go to the Super Bowl. If Hurts isn't the guy, and let's say he's just what he was last year, you still should win the division and win 11 games. At worst, you know? What's up, I'm excited too, man. I have not been this excited since 04. Now, I wasn't a big, that team that I don't like to say the word. I wasn't big on him. There was a couple signs I liked, but I didn't feel it. This I feel. Arnold Mason, man, thank you for Super Chat. He said, the brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. Absolutely. Michael Gallup will get hurt walking on the parking lot. The problem with Michael Gallup is he's probably not going to start on the season, ready to play. And then when you come back from a torn ACL, it takes a year. I'm not worried. Bradberry can't. Bradberry ain't scared of him. Desert Eagle 90. Shout out to you, my man. Appreciate you, man. He says, it's a great move when Dallas is dancing nonstop in the comments, laughing my ass off. What the fuck? Meltdown never gets old. Michael Anthony wears fitness. Meltdown never gets old. Yes, salute 500. Salute to you. Shout out to Desert Eagle. If you guys haven't, go sub him up as well, man. Great guy. Great content creator. I love Desert Eagle. We're going to have to get him on the show soon, This is Howie Vision at its finest, man. It's getting really hard for me. It's really hard. It's getting really hard for me not to just do an apology video to Howie. I want to wait, but it feels like that. I feel like I just if he gets a safety, it has to happen. Arnold Mason, man, thank you for Super Chat, my man. He says Epps is better than Harris. We need to upgrade Harris. Well, I don't think they're going to upgrade Harris because they signed him to 1 year. But I think look, Harris is not the greatest safety in the world. I think Epps has some talent. You definitely need a safety. The question is, will the Eagles do it? If they don't do it, I think you can survive with Epps and Harris. You can survive 1 year with them. If they do go out and get like a Bates or, then it's somewhere different, Bradberry, man, listen to all this Bradberry trash. Bradberry is not maybe the greatest number one corner, right? If he's your best corner. But when he's your number 2 corner, he's not trash. He's better than what we had in Steven Nelson. You know what I'm saying? Which King Igmar wants a white rerun? I was white rerunning my wife all over the place today. It was awesome. Bates or Clark? If I had to choose, I would go Bates. I think he's a little younger, isn't he? I would go Bates. Don't mind either one, though. Demon Carson Wentz better than hurting Hurts. Wentz is going down this year, man. I could see Carson Strong going all the way with this team. He has a huge arm. But I mean, listen, I don't think there's any reason why. I mean, why is it hard to say that Jalen Hurts can't improve? He's got probably one of the best offensive line in football. He's got a great running game. He's got 2 legit wide receivers. He's got and Quez Watkins you could throw in there, and he's got Dallas Goedert. I don't see why this guy can't throw at least 25 touchdowns. I really think he could throw 25 to 30 touchdowns. And listen, here's the thing. Worst case scenario, Hurts isn't the guy. You still win 11 games, win a division. You got to get a quarterback. You go out, you get a quarterback. Well, guess what? You're plugging in a quarterback with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, a great offensive line. You're plug and play, man. We'll be fine. Bates for a second or Clark for third. I would do Bates for a second. I would do Bates for a second. Just sign Tart. What's his situation? Is he a free agent or they got to trade for him? The Great Tate, thank you for Super Chat, man. He says, Pound, let's fucking go. Fly, Eagles, fly. Absolutely. I don't know how any Eagle fan can't be excited. I don't know how any Cowboy fan can't be shaking their boots right now. Your team literally got worse this offseason. It didn't get better. Sean says, props to you, 500. You literally called all the Eagles' big moves this offseason. Very exciting time to be an Eagles fan. What's our next big move? Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I mean, they were just common sense moves. They were just common sense moves, and things kind of fell that way. I don't think we're going to go after another big name. I really don't think we'll see. I think we'll see some depth moves. If they went and got a safety, it would surprise me. I mean, I would love it. I'm open to the idea. If Bates continues to like have a fallout with Cincinnati and it gets to the point where they want to move him, then you might have to go strike. But right now, I think it's all going to be about depth. I think we're seeing pretty much what we're going to be. I said I thought they had one big move left, and Bradberry was it. Ernest, thank you for super chat. He says not all up to Hurts, but Sirianni and Gantt. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Ernest. It isn't all about Jalen Hurts. Hurts has got to be better, but Sirianni's got to show that he's a good coach. Steichen's got to show that he's a good offensive coordinator. Gannon's got to show that he's a good defensive coordinator. You're right. It's on the coaches, too. They got to get these guys open. They got to scheme the best that they can. I trust Sirianni because of what he did in the season last year. I trust him. I don't trust necessarily the other guys, though. We got over 700 people here in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe for Eagles content every day. And we're going to get back to live streaming at my lunch breaks a lot. So you'll see a lot more of these the rest of the week and in the future. Flipping the Bird says, Dingbat, Chuck Clark is Philly native. Get him. Yeah, I just found that out yesterday that he was. Yeah, I mean, that listen, I don't mind bringing a Philly guy there. House Nelson says, you guys are winning the offseason. Dallas will enjoy winning. What makes you think Dallas is going to win the division? I don't know how you can look at Dallas and think that they're better. I think Dallas has got a lot worse. Question you got to wonder about Dak Prescott is this. Can he win the big game in a big situation? He's only won one playoff game in, 7 years? 2, does Dak Prescott elevate the receivers around him? Or did he have such good receivers around him that they elevated Dak Prescott? We're going to find out that answer this year. I'm going to say it was the latter. Hey, Philly, we get a comp pick if Bradberry leaves after this year. I think we do. But I'm not positive. I think it also depends on who you sign. John Jones says, now going into next year's draft, we need to get either a cornerback because Slay will be gone after this year, or go after safety in next year's draft. Who or what defensive ends or cornerbacks or even safety? Yeah, I think so. I think if you don't need to get a quarterback, let's say Hurts works out, I think you got to go either safety, corner, or defensive end. Because I still think that the pass rush has some question marks. Like, I think Reddick will get his, but Josh Sweat has to step up. I think you still have legitimate questions at the pass rush position, the defensive end position, And hopefully Brandon Graham comes back and he's healthy too, Special teams got to improve so we have a better field. Yeah, good point. That can change a game, Andy said, Philly, I'm excited. I am too, man. I definitely am too. If you get to this, you can just say S-O for the name. It's difficult to pronounce. Like S-O, okay, got you. Yeah, I can't pronounce that name. I could barely pronounce my own name. Yeah, but yeah, I hear you. 500, good afternoon. God bless you, brother. Howie Vision. Let's go, Eagles. Let's go, Eagles. Let's go, Birds, baby. You guys got to be feeling great. I feel great. AFC, you say it later because you're an Eagles fan. Until the Eagles can beat Dallas, then I'm not scared. I don't know. I smell fear. I smell fear with a lot of Cowboy fans. Cowboy fans are stupid. The one game Hurts played against them last year, he had over 300 passing yards with 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. They must be remembering the second game when the Eagles played. You're not allowed to say that. Cowboy fans don't. You're not allowed to say that the Eagles sat their backups. That somehow you're not allowed to say it. But when in 2016 the Eagles played their backups and they sat everybody, we won, and I said we can't. I'm not going to judge it as a win because we played their backups. That don't count. It only counts when it benefits them. What would we trade for Bates? I don't know what you would trade for Bates. I mean, a lot of people have floated around second-round picks. I'm thinking if you could package Dillard, a left tackle, to go there and be a starting left tackle, maybe you can negate some of that second-round pick. I would try to trade Dillard to Cincinnati. Well, you don't from me, my friend, until the Dallas, I'm scared. All right. Fair enough, Matthew. Fair enough. I didn't hear it from you. I admit that. Arnold Mason, thank you for super chat. Says Carson Strong had paper knees. Well, good thing you don't throw football with your knees. My thing with Carson Strong is guy's got a big arm, but he's undrafted rookie free agent. I can't count anything on him. You know what I mean? I can't. I better see press coverage on these receivers or I'm going to lose Philly. You're going to see some zone. They play a lot of zone, and I think they're going to continue. But they did play more press coverage at the end of the year, and it helped a lot. If it's me, I'm putting Darius Slay on whatever team I'm playing as number one receiver and let him shadow, let him fall around. You know what I mean? The greenest guy was yo, 500. What's up, buddy? What's going on? I prefer Clark, way more affordable contract, and will take less to get him. I'm definitely open to him. Have no problem. Parsons going to destroy Hurts. He's got to get to him first. Let him get to him. Cowboys choke ours 2 playoff wins since the year 2000. We have 13. Yeah. Is it true Micah Parsons is better defensive back than Bradberry? No. But it is true that Darius Slay is better than Diggs. That is true. Just look at how many yards each one gives up. Bradberry was a very, very average cornerback last year. But we're not asking him to be the number one starting corner. We're asking him to be our second corner. We already have Darius Slay. We already have Avonte Maddox in the slot. All he has to do is be better than Steven Nelson was last year. And he will. He will. Yeah, if you guys are new, we got over 735 people in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. It truly means a lot to me, man. I am besides myself. I don't know how I'm going to make it through June, July, and even to preseason. Like, I can't wait for this team to play. This is the best. I think this is the best all season they may ever have had. Since at least 04. Kara says, I'd rather have no picks and less yards given up and then vice versa. Me too. I totally agree. I mean, Diggs is a risk taker. He's gonna try to make that big play, big interception. I don't think Slay gave up 1,000 yards last year. Cowboys content creators, they're nervous. Oh my goodness, I hope you have plenty of eggnog to wash down the Eagles. I'm telling you, I'll have plenty of eggnog. Don't worry. Also said, yo, 500, can you do a video on futures and where we still need depth at on paper? We're going young team, but where are we not young? Yeah, I could do that. I mean, I still think you're going to need 2 corners. Still think you need another defensive end, right? Because you got Darius Slay. He's got, 1 year left. He's getting older. You have Bradberry on a 1-year deal. You still need a safety. So you really need help in the secondary long term. And then you're going to need another pass rusher. Brandon Graham's going to go. Derek Barnett's going to go, which he stinks anyways. So I think you still need another pass rusher. And then eventually Lane Johnson's, he's got a few years left, but you're going to need one too. I'll do a video on it. Don't worry. Jordan Davis will take a hit and smack him and crush him and beat him in the football field. I think Jordan Davis is going to be just fine. I was just telling my buddy that this is about. It's got to be up there. It's got to be up there with 04. It's got to be up there with Owens and Javon Curse. That's that whole all season. Because I haven't been this hyped since then. I wasn't big on that whole, that whole team where they got Osma that year. Well, you know what it was called. Because they were all older guys. They're all in their 30s. So I wasn't big on that. I didn't have a channel back then, but people would have been mad at me. This is done the right way. They're doing it the right way. Arnold Mason says, what teams could you see us losing to? Listen, you always lose a game you shouldn't, right? I still think the Colts are a tough game. The Packers is a tough game. Tennessee Titans is a tough game. I still think those are tough games. Who else? I'm really not scared of anybody. There's nobody on the schedule that I look at and say, wow, the Eagles can't beat that team. Not like last year when I said, I don't think they could beat Tampa. I don't think they could beat Kansas City. I'm not saying that this year. But I mean, you always lose something you shouldn't. You always do. But I think the Eagles, if Hurts makes a jump and is better than he was a year ago, I think you win at least 13 games. If he's around the same, I think you win 11 games. Either way, Eagles are winning this division, you know? Matthew says, it's classic when people wish for injury and laugh at them. I've seen it in this chat today. Come on now. I don't wish injury on anybody. I want to beat everybody at their best. Blue Pill says, okay, you own us, so what? We're trying to another Super Bowl. Cowboy fans are scared. If Parsons is coming after Hurts, who's covering Brown and Goddard? Yeah, well, that's true. And if you're going to say, well, Diggs is on Brown, all right, well, what are you going to do about Devontae Smith? What are you going to do? They can come at you multiple ways. I'm very excited for the Eagles. I'm more excited than the Eagles. Yeah, well, Sixers got some work to do, man. You know? Cowboy fans are green with envy. The Eagles are making moves. Listen, Mark Holmes even did a video talking about signing James Bradberry. Now James Bradberry stinks. Jordan Davis, greatest player ever come out draft. All the Cowboy fans want him. Eagles get him, he stinks. Everybody stinks when they come to Philly. But before that, they're great. Brandon says, so if the Eagles don't have a winning record or make the playoffs just solely at the feet of Hurts, then right? Not totally. It would also, I would say, coaching staff. Defensive coordinator, head coach, offensive. It would be on them also. But if we're talking like no injuries, right? If the team's decimated with injuries, what can you do? It's a lot harder to hold it against somebody. But if no injuries, yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't think there's any reason Hurts shouldn't prove that he's the franchise guy at this point. I truly believe that Cowboy fans are almost solely reliable for bad karma that smacks them in the face every year. It could be. Man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this season. This is going to be awesome. Eagles are legit. If Frank, if they get good quarterback play, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Let me see. We held on to the injury-riddled team against Carson Wentz. We held an injury-riddled team with Carson. That's true. We did. But, I mean, it just depends. You have to see how it falls out, you know. But I don't think Hurts has an excuse with this team, with these weapons. He should go out, and he should be much better than he was last year. He should improve, and this team should win a division. I just don't see that Hurts won't get any better. I don't either. I think Hurts is definitely going to get better. I do too. Question is how much better? Dustin Baker's careful. Go play. Oh, listen to Dustin. Are you getting all hurt? You guys hurt? 500. You sound scared. This is the sound of fear. If this is the sound of fear, you don't know what the sound of fear sounds like, my friend. Pinky up when you drink. All class. That's not fear. That's confidence. Have you been checking OTAs? I was watching Eagles stuff today on their channel. I know they were having interviews. I heard Avonte Maddox talk. I heard Landon Dickerson talk. I think Epps talk too. Yeah, I've been following along, and we will too. Not the biggest Hurts fan, but I think there's too much around him to fail. Yeah. That's what I think too. I mean, I don't think he has an excuse. But we have to see him go out and do it. He's gonna have to go out and do it. Boy, it's hot as hell in this house. I gotta turn the air on. Mother humping. Mac man, get off your knees, not low. Listen, you guys. He has to get better. Hurts has more weight. He has to get better, right? I think Hurts should at least be able to throw for 25 touchdowns. I mean, I think 25 touchdowns and close to 4,000 yards should be fair. I think that's fair. 25 to 30 touchdowns through the air. I think he runs for another 8 to 10. And I think you sign him long-term extension. Then you use your 2 first-round picks, and you fix that secondary and that pass rush. Carlos says, 500, we win in the NFC East and Super Bowl this year. I'm glad I can count on your Eagles content. Go Birds. Every day I'll be pumping it out. Every day. Pause. You know what I mean? Cody says, what up, 500? Our team is loaded now. Can't wait to see them play. You and me both. Joey instead, thank you for super chat, my man. He says, Howie the Goat Roseman. Gotta give it up to the great offseason. We are going to be smoking a lot of cigars. I know. I'm gonna be smoking a ton of cigars, and I'm all out of cigars. Matter of fact, I need to do a cigar video for the draft and for this all season. I think that after winning this all season, which we did, I think it's worth a victory cigar. You know what I mean? Brandon says, read my comment. Okay, I just did. Is it? Let me see. Is it this one? Dak's been in the league how long? And the Cowboys haven't done shit in 27 years. I think Dak has been there, 7 years? 7 years. You know what I mean? And he's what? He's got what? One playoff win in 7, and he's lost 2 home games. Michael says, 500, Law, the YouTube creator for Dallas Cowboys, called you and LB out. You guys need to go on his channel. I love Law Nation. I love Law Nation. He can call me out. I'll be happy to go on his channel. I like Law. Me and him did a debate show, and they gave him the victory. I got ripped off. So I would have no problem going on Law Nation if he wants to call me and LB out. But I'm right. I saw Law Nation. He was showing pictures of CD burning James Bradberry, but he's not going to play James Bradberry. He's got to play Darius Slay. CD Lamb isn't the third receiver anymore. He's the number 1. Dak is good, to be honest, but his line is worse than it's ever been, and his weapons aren't all that impressive outside of Lamb. I agree with you. They cheated that debate. They cheated me on that debate. I answered right, and they gave it to them. I got robbed. 500, I hate to say it, but we need Hurts a Howie apology video as the intro all season. If he gets a safety, if he gets Chuck Clark or Bates, I'll do it. Or he has one more good draft. But I'm starting to feel like I have to. But I just don't want to do it too quick. Ivan says, what's up, 500? Just finished watching Tone on Chalk It Up Sports. He says he sends you a shout out. He just hit 2K. Yeah, shout out to Chalk It Up Sports. I'll be on his channel later tonight. Shout out to him. I'm glad that he's hitting 2,000, man. That's awesome. Love the guy. This team is Chaotic Ghost White Rerun. I love the thumbnail. It says the team is 100% legit top 5 in the NFC. I agree with you. There's no question about it. I also Carrie's a great football fan. There's no question about it. Nobody should call her, even question her football fandom. Arnold Mason, thank you for super chat, man. Says all season's not over yet. From the mouth of Howie. Pause. Agreed. Could the Eagles go out and would it surprise me if they got a Chuck Clark or Bates? No, not at all. It would not surprise me at this point. I don't expect it, but it wouldn't surprise me. I expected a cornerback. I expected they were going to make a play for James Bradberry. I did. And then if not, Xavier Rhodes or somebody at worst. But I expected a corner. A safety would just be icing on the cake. Chuck Clark and Jesse Bates, Jadeveon Clowney for the D-line and depth, and the best bruiser back in the NFL. Back of listen. Yeah, if he went and did all that, yeah, that would be scary. Yeah, I keep forgetting Clowney's out there. I hear the Cowboys want him. Spike 23's man, thank you for super chat, my man. He says Hurts could be a game manager and win 13 games. Can I get a wrench 500? Yes, you can, my friend. You're a long-time member. Matter of fact, I already thought you had one. Now, remember, we don't time out here. We don't like time out. We are not like the Mark Holmes moderation team. We don't want to time people out here. That is the last thing I want. And thank you for super chat, by the way. With this roster, I'm not scared of Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. As long as the Eagles can get pressure, they're fine. Now, I do worry about Brandon Graham coming back, and I think Josh Sweat has to be better. But if you get those things, I think they're going to be fine. The defensive line is key, 500. just hear about this trade. Thoughts on the championship? The trade? You mean the signing of Bradberry? Thought it was great. As far as championship, the Eagles have a chance. They have a chance. It solely rests, in my opinion, on Hurts. Hurts has got to be better than he was last year. I say if Hurts throws 25-plus touchdowns, I think the Eagles go to the championship game. If he doesn't, I think that they still win 11 games and win the division. I see division winning as the floor. Them winning division is the floor, in my opinion. The ceiling, as a more me of everything, man. David Super Chat, my man. He says, once again, you were right with an off-season. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But it wasn't because, like they said, I'm not Nostradamus 500. It just made sense. It's just common sense. I know how Howie Roseman thinks. I've studied this man. I kind of know what he thinks. And I think he watches this channel. Thank you. Jesus, 500. How many players you guys need to beat the Cowboys? Oh, we were there after the Eagles. We were there after the Eagles signed Hassan Reddick. Once we signed Hassan Reddick, we overtook Dallas, in my opinion. As soon as we did that, we overtook Dallas. I was a child the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. Yeah, it's a long time. I was in high school. I might have just got out of high school. Might have been I got out. I was just out of high school 1 year when they were. Dallas stinks, man. I can't wait to play the Cowboys. Cannot wait. Judah says Hargrave needs to be more consistent, dude. Went missing in action after start and got quick 6 sacks, then fell off and ended 7.5. None one wants to talk about him. The thing about him was what happened was early in the season they were double teaming Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox was getting the majority of double teams. Teams then realized we don't have to double team Fletcher Cox anymore, and they started doubling Hargrave, and that hurt them. Now you need the pass rush. You need your ends to get home when they're doing that, and Fletcher Cox has to be better. But I think that was why you saw the fall off with Hargrave, and hopefully now with Jordan Davis, that a lot of that could be negated. Charlie G says Blockbuster Video was still open the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Yeah, seriously, they were still open. It's crazy, right? And let me thank each and every one of you guys who watched my last video, the James Bradberry video, because that video had close to 10,000 views before I came on here in like 2 hours. It was setting all sorts of records for me. So shout out to you guys. I really appreciate it. Lionel says, Philly Eagles life is good. Howie got out of my doghouse. He's out of your doghouse. He's pretty much he's close to being out of mine. I just got to hold on a little longer. I just want to make sure that I don't do anything too early, because I'm afraid that as soon as I say I do my Howie Roseman apology video and say he's out of my doghouse, he'll screw something up. I have to wait. Now, if he gets Chuck Clark or Jesse Bates, it's over. I give. Oh, 3 Dave for Super Chat. He says, what's up, 500? What could be a piece that we need? I still think you need a safety, and if you could find another edge rusher, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing at all, you know? You love the E-Girls tears? You're gonna be really sad this year because there's not gonna be many. Gingy says, 500, did you hear about the new challenge Mark Holmes asked you? I did. I said that I thought that was a setup. Because if the Eagles lose, I have to walk out with a Dak jersey. I'm the one that's at risk, not him. If the Eagles win, he walks out with an Eagles jersey. That's not a big deal. So we're going to have to change the parameters of that bet for me to agree to it. Plus, I got to see if I can even get there. They play Sunday night football, I think, right? That's a Sunday night game. That might be hard to. I have to see, but I'm open. I don't accept the parameters of that bet, though. You girls said the same thing last year. You were going to sweep Dallas, and Dallas beat the ass like whining punks you are. I didn't say we were going to sweep them. Well, I might have said it. I say it every year just to get on Cowboy fans' nerves. But I said the Eagles would win 7 to 10 games last year. That's what they did. I didn't think Dallas was going to be as good as they were last year, though. I will say that. Get to make the video ready. Howie will break you. I can't do it. I'll be 33 and they still can't finish the fight left. Yeah, 33 and they still can't finish the fight. How about that? I love how Cowboy fans just have to come on here. They're nervous. Cowboy fans are nervous. Let's not forget about Milton Williams. Milton Williams is an important guy because he actually has decent pass rushing skills from a defensive tackle. If he can elevate his game too, that would help. And I think Jordan Davis has got to be in shape. He's got to come in shape and be able to play 3 downs. I think that's important too. Cowboy teams look like a bunch of correction prisoners. Hilarious. Nick Foles would be interesting. I can't see them doing that though, Hey, I think you should take the Mark Holmes bet and just wear an Eagles hat and other Eagles stuff. You'll lose. You'll have no problem walking out. You got to pay for the ticket. He's got to pay for the ticket. I'll think about it. There's a lot of moving parts involved with something like that because I have to travel. It's not 3 hours away from me, so I got a lot of traveling to do. I'll think about it, but I would like to change the parameters of that bet. Like maybe have Mark Holmes shave his eyebrows at the stadium and then walk out in an Eagles jersey with no eyebrows. Now, that may be more exciting. Morgan Holmes, thank you for Super Chat. He says, I'm more excited about this defense. The offense looks legit, but this is an old school defense that's getting younger, and I'm all about offense, but wow. Yeah, I'm liking this defense. I don't remember our linebackers being this good, probably since the Trotter days. You know what I mean? I think 500. We're going to see some 3-4 schemes mixed. Yeah, you're going to see 3-4s and 4-3s. I think on passing downs, you see them 3-4, right? I think that's when you use Hassan Reddick as an edge rusher on that 3-4. And then I think maybe first and second downs, run downs, you might see more of a 4-3 defensive line. Now, if Jordan Davis can learn to play on third downs and be that 3-4 nose tackle, man, he could take up a lot of space. So it's going to be interesting what they're going to do. What does your front seven look like? Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the linebackers look like, right? But I mean, if the 4-3 starting, you're obviously probably going to be Brandon Graham, Hargrave, Fletcher Cox, and then you're going to have probably Josh Swippy, the other defensive end. I think you'll see in that 4-3. I think you're going to see Hassan Reddick go to a linebacker. You're going to probably be strong side linebacker, and then in a 3-4, that's a good question because I think obviously you're going to have I think Hargrave and Cox become more defensive ends. I don't know what they're going to do at nose tackle, and then you're going to have Hassan Reddick be your 3-4 edge rusher, and I think Brandon Graham on the other side is going to do the same thing. So, are they going to ask Brandon Graham to be more of a 3-4 linebacker like he was under Chip Kelly? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do it, and I also expect at linebacker, I think no Kobe Dean starts. I think he's going to start first year, and then you're going to have Kaiser White. So it should be interesting. But I don't know how they're totally going to utilize the 3-4 scheme. I don't know what they're going to do with certain guys, but it'll be something to that effect, in my opinion. I don't know if Fletcher Cox really likes playing that 3-4 defensive end, though. That's the thing. So we'll see. In passing downs, they could take Fletcher Cox out in a 3-4. So it's going to be interesting to know exactly how they're going to do it. Philly Style TV, thank you for Super Chat. He says, love you, bro. I hate Howie, but I have to say he's trying to put it together while trying to stay young as possible. Still don't like Jonathan Gannon. Also, have you thought about my Twitter message we talked about? You have to remind me of the message. I got so many messages. Remind me of what it was. Remind me what the message was again. And because I'm sure I've thought about it, but I just can't remember what it was. And I appreciate the super chat, man. Yeah, I don't trust Jonathan Gannon either, you know. Graham can't go in coverage, especially after injury. Well, I don't like Graham in that position, but they did use him in that position before. So what are they going to do with him? It's a very interesting question how they're going to use the hybrid 3-4. I don't know. I would love to see Jordan Davis be able to play that nose tackle on a 3-4 in 3-4 situations, though. JG is Jonathan Gannon. So can we please get the bad dog is mad dog, cause he knows the Giants always stink. They trade all the they stink. Thank you very much. Raw Rap Radio, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, Eagles defense is about to expose some quarterbacks. I love it. Oh, I think they will. Thank you for super chat. He says, do you think we could get a safety too? Yeah, listen. Under Howie Roseman, anything at this point is possible. I don't know how anybody can say it's not possible. It's possible. Do I think they'll do it? I don't know. I don't know. Teron Jackson, I like him. We got to see more of what these guys are going to do. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how they want to utilize when they go into that 3-4. I know Reddick will be one of the edge rushers. I don't know who they're planning on using on the line, so it'll be interesting. Mike says, hey, Philly, Kennedy Brooks looks like, yeah, I like Kennedy Brooks. I'm hoping that he makes a team. I think you need another back. You definitely, I still think you need a back. That could be a move the Eagles make. Don't be surprised if the Eagles maybe bring in another running back. Some people don't remember that was basically Hurts' rookie year, and Hurts is only second-round pick. True, agreed. Teron Jackson, someone to watch. I agree. If we could get Jesse Bates, we'd probably be set. Marcus Epps can definitely handle the safety position, though, if we decide to go that route. Yeah, well, listen, if you get Jesse Bates, you're basically set with the safety long term. You know what I mean? My favorite part of the thank you very much to bad so I didn't even realize I said that. Christopher said, Philly, are we going to any games this year? I was thinking of going to one. I don't know. I might. It just depends. It depends on timing, but we'll see. Yeah, any predictions of opposing teams in the world? Yeah, pain. That's right. Bring in Nick Gary. Why would you guys want Gary? Think Reddick will take more of a role over Brandon Graham because I think so to a certain point. It's going to be interesting when they go in that hybrid 3-4. I know how they're going to use Reddick. I kind of think I know what they're going to do at Fletcher Cox and Hargrave, but I don't know what the plan with Brandon Graham is. That's the interesting question. And we'll see. They also drafted that other kid. Oh man, I can't remember the kid. Johnson, right? From Kansas. He's almost like a clone look of Hassan Reddick. Howie told you he got you, bro. He did. He told me. I feel like Howie must be watching these videos because dude's on fire right now. I can't say anything bad about him. Arnold Mason, he says Josh Joby can play safety. That's what they say. And Goodrich, I heard possibly can too. Yeah. Davion Taylor. See, my question is, will there's some part of me thinks that Davion Taylor may have a bigger role than we think. And maybe he takes snaps away from TJ Edwards if everything goes according to plan. Because I think he may be a better fit at that 3-4 linebacker. When they want to go into 3-4. I never saw Cowgirls win a Super Bowl. Born in 97. They're always a stinker for me. They've been equivalent to the Jaguars. Yeah, they stink. You know what I mean? What are we going to do with all 83 wide receivers we have? We're going to cut about 78 of them. Now, all the Giant fans will say Bradberry. Yeah, now Bradberry stinks. Now, I know Bradberry didn't have a good year last year. I know he didn't. But you know, he's still better than most corners. And you're talking about he's your second corner. The guy's your second corner. You know? Marcus says, I think we should give Marcus Epps a chance. He had 4 interceptions. I think they're going to. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Mr. International says, Kyron Johnson. That's right. Yeah, I like that kid too. Philly Jim, what's going on, man? Shout out to Philly Jim. Go check out his channel. Give him a subscribe too. Yo, Eagle fans, we spoiled. Howie Roseman is good godfather. He's done a great job. Howie Vision was right all along. So far, he's been right. I think Howie has had a perfect offseason. The only thing I didn't like that the Eagles did was bring back Derek Barnett. And I'm convinced that they only brought back Derek Barnett when David Ojabo got hurt. Because I think that Ojabo does not get hurt. I think the Eagles were going to draft him. I think it was him. And then once he got hurt, like I said, I think it was Jordan Davis all along. And so I really think that that's why they signed him. Bring back Howard and interchange him and Brooks. That will preserve Howard. Listen, the thing with Howard is he's great, and then he gets these stingers, and he's gone for like weeks. I'm told Kerner I'm gonna call him the Barracuda. He better live up to it. I like it. Howie for president. Let's just have him. Let's just have him have another good draft. Evil Rubber Ducky. Thank you so much for the super chat, my man. He says, Philly, when the boys drop you that L and seal up the division on Christmas Eve, I'm buying you a beer early because you're going to need it. I'm going to need a few beers that night if that happens. If that happens, I'm going to need a few nights, especially if it's on Christmas Eve. But thank you, my man. I appreciate that. We'll see. We will see. House Cat, my man. Shout out to House Cat. Iron sharpens iron. A full wide receiver room just means better competition for starting positions. Absolutely. Iron sharpens iron. I agree. And if you guys want good artwork done, if you have a channel or anything, you need a logo, that's the dude to talk to. You know what I mean? I have the same exact Cunningham. Yeah, Cunningham, my favorite quarterback of all time. It's cute. Cowgirl fans think they have a chance. Yeah, I love it. Trade Rager for Chuck Clark from the Ravens. Add Dylan if you need to make it happen. Listen, if any way that they could get Rager off this team, I'm for it. I don't want Jalen Rager on this team. Like, get him off this team. Man, I totally agree with that. 100,000%. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys make sure you subscribe. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here. It truly, truly means a lot to me. Let me see here. Do not start that dumbass. I don't even say that word. You won't. I'm not even saying that word. But it's not that. That whole thing was something completely different. What the Eagles have done here is they have built their team with players that are going to be here for a while, minus Bradberry and Kaiser White. They're 1-year deals. But other than that, they've got all these guys long term. Clifton Parker, thank you for super chat. Says, don't forget Milt Williams. Great point. 2 sacks and second on the team in quarterback hurries. He has athletic profile as Donald, line up at defensive end. Yeah, he could be a guy that on 3-4, especially pass situations, they put him in. You know what I mean? I could totally see that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can't sleep. I keep forgetting about him. I can't forget about him because I think he's a player. I'm waiting till next year to get a jersey when Kelly Green comes back. Listen, if the Eagles are smart, right, they're going to be selling so many jerseys. You're going to be selling the Kobe Dean jerseys, A.J. Brown jerseys, James Bradberry jerseys, right? You're going to be selling all these jerseys. They're doing the black helmet next year, right? They're going to be all black helmet, black shirt, pants when they play. It's going to be awesome. But if I was the Eagles right now, I would make the announcement about the all-black helmet. I would also make the announcement about Kelly Green coming back, and I'd start selling that merchandise now. If the Eagles did that today, I would buy a Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Nakobe Dean jerseys right away. Right away. But they got to, you know. David, thank you for Super Chat. Says, a blind squirrel eventually finds a nut. Philly hope Howie keeps it up, bro. I do too. Question is let me ask you guys a question. I'm gonna do a little poll question here. All right. Hold on. I gotta add capital. All right, here's a little question I want to know from you guys. Do you guys think the Eagles will add a safety, Bates or Clark, by the start of training camp? That's what I want to know from you guys. Do you think that will happen? Let me see here. Arnold Mason, man, thank you so much for Super Chat, my man. He says, did Marlon Mack or Darrell Williams get picked up yet? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. You wouldn't buy a Jordan Davis jersey? I usually don't buy defensive lineman jerseys unless it's Reggie White or Clyde Simmons or Jerome Brown. But I would consider it. I'm not opposed to it. It's just not my first one I want to get. One more good draft, and that should make up for the past 10 bad ones. And we may still stay out of cap hell because of our young contracts. Agreed. And listen, we have 2 first-round picks next year. We have 2 first-round picks. It's not like we've mortgaged our future and we signed a bunch of guys to 1-year deals all 30 years old. No, this team is built for the long haul, man. It's called Color Rush 500, the all black. Yeah, Color Rush. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. We good now, Super Bowl? If Hurts is the guy, could be. Let me see here. Chuck Clark more likely because of his cap numbers, but would be cheap for this year and next year. Yeah. Well, and they've already tried to get him, right? Like they already were negotiating on draft night about getting him. The Eagles didn't want to do the deal that the Baltimore had something to do with Jalen Regular. My assumption is they probably wanted a high pick. You know. Hey Philly, can we afford Bates or Clark with the cap room at this point? There's always ways to manipulate the cap. They'll have to do some manipulation, but Howie's very good at that. I mean, that's the one thing he's good at. I think Clark would be easier cap-wise than Bates. Because the thing with Bates is you've got to sign him long-term. But, I mean, listen, they signed A.J. Brown long-term, and he's only $5 million, I think, against the cap this year, and like $5 million next year. So you can set it up certain ways, you know. I want a jersey, but every time I buy one, the players don't perform. See, every time I buy a jersey, the player leaves. The end of the year, the player is gone. It's like so frustrating. Wandering Wookie, he says, I heard Nakobe Dean is where he needs to be 100% of the time. That's what they say. Very smart, all over the place. And to me, it's just going to be about, you know, was he injured or not? Eagles going to have a top 10 defense this season, and we are the team to beat in the East. Absolutely. I agree with you. Spike 23 says, NFC Championship minimum. I think that's fair. If you assume Jalen Hurts is going to improve and be decent this year, if you assume he's going to throw over 25 touchdowns and let's say close to 4,000 yards, I think that's fair. Asmar says, Dean start. I don't know. Of course, it's early to know yet, but I'm going to say Dean starts right away. I think Dean is a plug-in piece, and he starts right away. The Chuck Clark thing was the Ravens called us, but we showed little interest. Well, I think it was what they were offering. Like they wanted to take Rager off our hands, but what else were they asking for? Were they asking for plus a 3rd round pick, plus a 2nd round pick? Like we don't know, you know. Most hurtful game was a playoff game against the Saints when Alshon dropped the ball. He had a bad luck ever. Oh, yeah. That if he doesn't drop that ball, I think the Eagles win that game. And they probably go back to the Super Bowl, you know? Jalen gets 25-plus touches. Well, then to me, I think the Eagles are going to NFC Championship game. If he can have that kind of numbers and you stay relatively healthy, I think they have a chance. At the worst, I think the Eagles win 11 games and win the division and win a home playoff game. You know? I say give Epps time. I don't know. I'm totally okay with it. I'm okay with playing Epps next year. I have no problem with that. Like, to me, the Eagles had one big move left, and it was a corner. And they went out and they did it. I said, you got to get James Bradberry if you can. They did it. So I don't know if they're going to make any other big moves. But I'll take what we got. You know what I mean? Flame says, watching the Eagles from Brazil, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you watching from Brazil. You are the man. Let me see here. Robert says, take it easy, 500, man. Had fun. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. We'll be streaming. Should be streaming all week, man. No question about it. Yes, get them likes up. Shout out to Esmery, the booth, for being here. Thank you for being here. I will be on Dan Cilio's show on Jacob Media at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific. And then I will be on Chalk It Up Sports, 7 p.m. Eastern. Philly 500 is busy today. It's a busy day. We're going to double moonwalk. I can't wait to play Dallas. I just can't wait. David, thank you for Super Chat. He says, I ordered a Greg Ward jersey. Hope I see him so I can ask him to sign it. And I like the Clark, but we will see. Yeah, we will see. So you got Greg Ward Jr., a Greg Ward jersey. That's interesting. I hope he signs it for you, man. Without a star safety, 11 games with a good safety, 12-13 wins, hands down. I think 11 to 13 wins is very realistic, very possible, you know. And then let's say you win the division, you get a home playoff game, right? So you should win your home playoff game. Now, depending upon what seed you are, you have one more win takes you to the NFC Championship game. I think it's totally realistic that the Eagles could go. I mean, who are the best teams in the NFC, really? If you look at it, what? It's Buccaneers. Well, we'll say the Rams are the best team because they're the Super Bowl champs. So we give them their respect. Rams, Buccaneers, Packers. I don't know. I don't know if I'm putting Arizona on that list. I don't know if I'm doing it. I'm going to say Eagles and 49ers. I think that's fair. I would say Eagles 49ers. So I think the Eagles are for sure a top 5 NFC conference team right now. Rams, Packers, Bucks, 49ers. 49ers are arguably, I think 49ers, Eagles are that 4th, 5th team. You can debate who's better. That's absolutely true. Why does everyone hate on Gannon? He got coaching interviews from like 3 teams. Is he good or trash, 5-1? I didn't like his scheme last year, okay? They played a lot of bad teams, and they played a lot more press coverage at the end of the year, and they did better. But if you look at his style, he didn't like to blitz. He doesn't like to bring pressure. He plays soft zone. You had quarterbacks throwing over 80% completion percentages against him. All the good quarterbacks had like over 80% completion percentage. So I thought he got a little more credit than he deserved. Now his excuse was, well, I didn't have the personnel to run the schemes that I wanted. And that's what the Eagles have given him this year. So Jonathan Gannon should be a lot better. They should be a lot more aggressive, and it should look different. So we'll give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? We'll give him a total chance. Shake Squad raid. What? Shake Squad raid. Shout out to Joey Shakes. Shake Squad raid. Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. I know Joey's got to be happy. You got to be happy today, you know. So shout out to Joey Shakes and Shake Squad raid. Chaotic Ghost White rerun. I love it. Niners are not better. Eagles blew past them this all season. Fair enough. I am not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with that at all. This is for Joey. You are under attack. Yes, definitely subscribe to Joey Shakes. Joey says, I love you. Pause. I love you too. Pause back. And everybody, somebody drop Joey's link in the comment section. And everybody go sub him up if you haven't. Go sub him up. Yeah, it's a crazy day. Eagles rocking and rolling. Let me see. So I'm going to see what this poll is. 259 people voted. Do you think Howie will add Bates or Clark? What did it say? 52% of the people say yes. 48 says no. So it's pretty close. I would probably be no, because I think the Eagles have done enough, but I would not be upset about it. You know what I mean? Team Athena the Entertainer says, I subscribe waiting for Vikings versus Philly matchup. Oh, I can't wait for the Vikings too, because we have issues with the Vikings from 2017. So that should be an interesting game. The Vikings are not they're a dangerous team. They can score points. Which game am I going? I don't know what I'm doing yet. I honestly don't. I gotta see. It just depends on a bunch of things. Now, if Mark wants to work a bet out and we can work some deal out, maybe I'll be at that Cowboys game. Jay Cox says, Shake Squad rated 500. Thank you, my man. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. Shout out to Shake Squad. Somebody drop the link. Let me drop his link. Let me find it. Where is it? I got to go to it. Hold on. All right, so if you guys haven't, go sub up to Joey Shakes, better half of the Philly Shakedown podcast. We do it every week. We'll be doing it again Saturday. Here's the link. Go sub them up. I wonder if I'm demonetized yet. Let me check and see if we've been demonetized. Usually by this point, I've been demonetized about 5 minutes into my live chats. We got over 600 people here. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Appreciate all the content. Let's see. We are not demonetized. How about that? We are rocking and rolling. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Chuck Clark for regular. I mean, I would love that. You know what I mean? I would love it. Jay Kaiser, there's only two goats. It's Flip and Joe Shakes, the best doing. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. If we add a safety, I think it would be Clark, but because of a small cap hit, it could be. And then again, they could look at Bates and say, well, he's a long-term guy that we bring in. He's 25 years old, and we bring him on years to come. Let's sign him right now, because in a few years his contract will be worth it. You never know. You know what I mean? I like Hurts, but I'm afraid he'll choke in a playoff game. Well, listen, that's what we have to find out. We have to find out if Hurts is the guy or not. At this point, we're going to know it. I mean, we are going to know it. Jay Slay says, what's up, 500? Thank you for always putting out great. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Really do. Yes, definitely subscribe to Joey Shakes as well. Scared of Minnesota with Cousins? Imagine? Nah, I'm definitely not scared of Cousins. Cousins usually doesn't play great in primetime games. He always does something really stupid. I ain't worried about. Yo, Philly, Mark Holmes is. Oh, Mark's petrified right now. He's petrified. Well, what a day to be an Eagles fan. Fly, Eagles, fly. Absolutely. My favorite. I can tell you. There's a lot of arguments. My favorite place is Tony Luke's. I used to go there. I used to work down at the Navy Yard. I was down in the Navy Yard. I used to go there every day for lunch. So that was my place. But I didn't order cheesesteaks a lot. People always thought cheesesteaks. The roast pork sandwiches with the broccoli rabe and the sharp provolone. That's the best sandwich. Mr. Hernandez, Philly 500. I like Team Athena Vikings troll. Knew we were going to smoke that. Oh, I like it too. I bring in them trolls. 500, we got the best wide receiver corner duos in the league. Yeah, I think we might. I mean, we definitely have the best cornerback trio in the division, best wide receiver trio in the division. We definitely have the best offensive line in the division. We definitely have one of the best running games, if not the best running game in the division and maybe in the conference. Yeah. Andrew says, I'd love to trade Dillard and then some from Minkah Fitzpatrick. Me too. People think Pitt would never do it, but why haven't they paid him yet? Yeah, that's interesting. You know what I mean? He always throws touchdowns. He always chokes in big games. In big games or in like in big games or in primetime games, he chokes. Best all season? Yeah, Tony, it's either this one or the 04. It's right up there. Philly Style TV, man. Thank you for Super Chat. Goes, I miss the bitter birds. Me too, man. I'm still waiting to figure out what was the thing that we talked about. I can't remember. I've been talking to so many people. Can you remind me? And I miss the bitter birds. Shout out to Adrian, wherever he is. Philly Sports Rat says, what's up, Philly 500? It's a great day to be Eagle. Let's go. Oh, it's a fantastic day to be an Eagle. Yeah, you ain't kidding. What up, 500? Thank you for always putting out great content. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And I'm trying to catch up to some of these, so if I miss it, I apologize. I don't think we'll sign Gronk. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Adrian. I don't know. You know, windows in the NFL close fast. The Eagles need to find potential quarterback that has a starter potential this year, just in case Hurts choke. We don't have to depend on them. They just try to capitalize this year. Well, I think that's their plan for next draft, right? Because that's why you have 2 first-round picks. So I think the Eagles have those 2 first-round picks as a security blanket, and they would be willing to trade a future first probably. So they're probably willing to trade 3 first-round picks. Bradberry should have been a Viking. That's too bad. He wanted to come to the Birds. I miss Adrian too, mister. If Adrian called me up right now and said, dude, I want to come on your show. Anytime. Like that guy helped me so much when I first started. He was the first person ever to put me on. So anything Adrian ever wants from me, he's got. You know. Adrian is another content creator from the Bitter Birds. They haven't done anything in probably like a few years, but man, he was great. Minkah grew up a Birds fan, wanted to play for Philly. Only thing holding us back is cap space. Listen, if I could land him, I would have. A couple years ago when Miami was trading him, I did a video saying I would give a first-round pick immediately for him. And I would have then. Hey, by the way, 500, tea and peace for your family. Hope you guys could. Thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate that, man. Definitely take prayers, man. Yesterday, I had to go out of town. They had the funeral service stuff for my father-in-law, so I was out of town for that. Got back real late. That was tough. That was a tough day. That stuff's never easy. So it was a tough day yesterday. So thank you. Saints have Michael Thomas, Landry, and that rookie. The question is, they're going to be their quarterback situation, you know. Regular for a gallon of gas. I'll take a quarter tank. I'll take a quarter gallon. How about that? Richie says Adrian was Rocky's what? Yeah, yo, Adrian. That's right. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. This is the year we get over the injury and mental health bug. That's the question. Can we get over it? You know what I mean? Mr. International goes, I know Philly, my heart is broken. I hope he's okay. Like, pray to God, still living. I remember the Philly 500 Bitter Birds first. Yeah, those Bitter Birds, those live streams were great. And they were in 2017 when we went on that Super Bowl run. So it was amazing. I hope he's okay too, man. I do. I miss him. I do. Update on the kittens. They're getting big. I'll take some pictures of them and stuff, and I'll post them for you guys. Those cats, they're growing quick. I think we have 3. I think it's 3 boys and 2 girls is what it looks like. We got 2 that are really huge, and they just bully everybody else. But they're cute. So, man, thank you for Super Chat, man. He says, we got all we got, all we need. All media blindly just follows the Cowboys. If they had Detroit's record last season, they'd still be favorites over us. Exactly, agreed. Thank you for Super Chat. Imagine this. Imagine the Cowboys had the offseason we had. And they added all these players. Would they not be the greatest thing ever? If Dallas signed James Bradberry, would he not have been the greatest corner ever? If Dallas signed A.J. Brown, would he not be elite? I mean, it's just funny to me that every time somebody goes to the Cowboys, they're the greatest thing ever. Anytime the player that the Cowboys want to goes to the Eagles, he's overrated. Come on, you know. B-Dog, what's going on, man? If Gannon doesn't work, if Gannon doesn't work out, he's got to go. I mean, there can't be. You can't have quarterbacks throwing over 80% against you this year. It just can't. It can't happen. You can't allow it to happen. You know. Zach said, it's kind of an afterthought, but do you have any worries about punter returns? I definitely worry about the returner situation. More so because I don't think we've had really a good returner in a long time. And a punter is important because you want to change your field position. So, yeah, I do worry about the punter a little bit. Punt returners more, but I do, you know. I'm hoping that one of these guys that we brought in undrafted free agent, somebody will take that job and become a good return specialist. Punter, it may be something we've got to address. You got a lot of time to address it. I mean, you could address punter in preseason. Big Red, thank you for being here. He says 500 head coach and Hurts, the pressure's on. The pressure's on the coaches and Hurts. There's no question about it. For Hurts to stay here, what needs to happen? Plus 4,000 yards, plus 650 yards rushing, playoff win. You agree with these are standards to me? I'll say this. I don't know about 650 rushing yards. I don't know that I want Hurts running that much. Like, I want to cut down on his running because I don't want him to get hurt. So I don't mind if he runs in a situation where play breaks down or something, but I don't want to do a bunch of design runs. I'll say here's what I'll say. If Hurts can get close to 4,000 yards passing, okay, like 3,800, 3,900 or more, 4,000 or more, and he has 25 plus passing touchdowns with another 7 to 10 rushing touchdowns, I think he gets an extension. If he gets you to the NFC Championship game, he gets you an extension. I think those would do it for me. The best O-line football and stacked D-line. Our running backs were pretty darn good last season. Number one rushing team football. And imagine if Miles Sanders actually stays healthy, okay, with Kenneth Gainwell, Professor Kenneth Gainwell, in a second season, okay, he should be better also. Your running backs are dangerous. This is a dangerous team. 4,000 easy. It should be around 4,000, I think, you know. I thought that the Olympian hurdler would be the Olympian hurdle guy could be, but it's hard for me to know. Like, when a guy hasn't played since 2016, he may be fast and all, but I don't know what he's going to do on the field. Let's see what he could be. That Covey kid is another one. A lot of people talking him up. I don't know. I don't know what he is, you know. Some fans can't stand the Eagles being oh yeah. And we should be. We should be the talk of the division. Because the Eagles are significantly better than they were a year ago. Significantly better. Depressed Giant fan. Thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, it's for sure. I hate to say it. Y'all are stacked. Keep up the good content. Thank you, man. There's a realistic Giant fan. Thank you. He even admitted we are stacked. Absolutely. Thank you, my man. Now it's all going to depend on Jalen Hurts. That's it. Thank you, my man. 513 wins get Hurts success. Not necessarily. See, here's the thing. I think if Hurts plays the way he played last year, okay, if he's just what he was last year, you still win 11 or 12 games, even with that. So 13 Not necessarily. I need to see more than that. But if he gets to the NFC Championship game, yeah, I think so. If he wins a playoff game, yeah, I think so. Covey's legit. I hope so. I hope so. He looks interesting, you know. Brayton Covey, thanks for reminding me he will be in the group of Hester Patterson as special teams goal jack. Hey, listen, Hester and Patterson. Devin Hester was good. Patterson is good. If Hurts gets over 4,000 yards, F the rushing yards. What's up, 500? Trade you the white hat for the red one. Yeah, all right. I already got a white hat. I got it right here. I got a white hat right here. But I'll try to get you a red one. Let me see if I can find if they still sell it. Hurts 4,000 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, division champs, 2 playoff wins. Extension. He gets an extension. You sign him. At that point, you have to sign him. He's the future of your team. Now you take those 2 first-round picks and you draft probably at least a corner and a safety and another defensive end. You're set. You're all good to go. 500, I think we're going for that. Yeah, I think so. The Eagles are definitely going all in. But they're doing it smart. It's not like back in 2012, okay, where they just, you know the name of the team. But it's not like that. They've done it where they're investing in guys who are young and are going to be there long term. Only Bradberry and White are on 1-year deals. Everybody else is not going anywhere. A.J. Brown, 24, staying. Hassan Reddick, he signed for 3 years. So we're not going anywhere, you know. Philly 500 fell the chair again. Philly 500 broke this mother humper. I got to look for another chair. I hate this chair. It squeaks because I broke it. Because of my fat ass broke it. That's what I get for being fat pig. Pinky up when you drink. Let's go. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. Let's see here. Let me see something here. Let me see. Yeah, Mark Holmes probably crying the blues. I've been a diehard Oregon Ducks fan. I watch only Covey beat teams single-handedly on special teams. Man, I hope he's as good as you're saying, man. I got to go watch more of him. But if he's as good as you're saying, dude, that's huge for us. It's huge. Pinky up when you drink. It shows class. All the Italian mobsters do it too. They get their little cappuccinos and coffee. They do this. They want to show off their pinky rings. That's why they do it. I got to get myself a pinky ring. I'm gonna get a pinky ring for my birthday. I'm gonna wear that motherfucker. I'm gonna be like talking like this. Be like Paulie Walnuts. Brian Covey in a slot and punt. I want to see him. I mean, look, a lot of people are high on him. If he came in and could be our special teams returner, punt returner, like a specialist and good at it, I mean, it's gonna make us even better. Joseph Harris, thank you for the super chat. He says Hurts will be the best quarterback in the division with just 2 playoff wins. Yeah, he'll have 2 playoff wins, would give him more playoff wins than Dak Prescott's whole career. You know what I mean? 500, I thought I was a mod on your channel before. I had to reset the whole mods. I had people getting timed out for no reason. So I reset the whole thing. It wasn't anything personal. It's just I didn't know who was doing it, you know? Covey is a 25-year-old rookie. I'll pass. Oh, he's an undrafted rookie free agent, though. I mean, if you're drafting him in the first or second round, I agree with you. But, man, undrafted free agent, bring him in. What do you have to lose? It doesn't cost you anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got a Philly Reacts video for him coming out, actually. I did a bunch for my channel members. So I'll be releasing some Philly Reacts to those of some of these guys. So look for that. But I actually filmed it already. Mr. 89 says, Mark Holmes issued a challenge. I know. I saw the challenge. And my response to the challenge was he's setting me up. He's actually trying to set me up to be assassinated by Eagle fans because he knows if the Eagles lose to the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football, there'll be a lot of pissed people, and if they're going to be yelling at people in Cowboys jerseys. And if they see me and know who I am in a Cowboys jersey, it could be a problem. If I'm just wearing it, walk out, it could be a problem. So we have to change the parameters of this bet. Have to make it a little interesting. I was suggesting that if the Eagles win, he has to wear an Eagles jersey out and shave his eyebrows on site. Something like that. Got to make it worth my while. What do you think about Jabril Peppers at safety? What's the word on him? Jabril Peppers signed with New England. I thought he was somebody that the Eagles were actually interested. I had heard rumors that the Eagles were actually interested in him. So it wouldn't have surprised me at all. You know, I would have done it. But, I mean, it worked out for the best. I think Covey and Allen will make the special team. I hope so. I'm telling you what, this is going to be one of the greatest preseasons ever. Like, there's so many guys that I'm dying to watch play that even when the starters are out, it should be entertaining still. Hello, friends. Mark Holmes with your buddy, Cowboy Joe Boo. I want to thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Network. Thank you very much. Dallas and New York will be tied for fourth place. You could be right, because I think Philly's 1, Washington finishes in 2nd, Dallas in 3rd, and the Giants 4th. And if Dallas can somehow finish in last, that would be even better. How would you feel if both A.J. Brown and Smitty get under 1,000 receiving yards each? I'd be pissed. I'd be a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I think that they both should get 1,000 yards. Yeah, I mean, the question is how much are the Eagles willing to throw next year? Like, I don't expect the Eagles to be as run-heavy as they've been, as they were last year. I think they're going to throw more, but how much more? That's the question. So I guess I can't really say I'm going to be upset. It depends how much they're throwing, But I do expect them to be a run-first team still, but I do think they will throw more. Yeah, this does not happen without let's wake up the football gods. That's what he said. Can't wait to watch them on Warriors. I can't wait either. I'm ready, man. Don't forget to wear the red jersey. Yeah, that red jersey is good luck. I got to figure out how to take the name off. But yeah, it's definitely good luck. When is cigar video coming? I gotta go buy some. I'm all out. Like, apparently I've been smoking a lot more cigars than I realized. Because I'm all out. I have 0 cigars left. So I have to go out and buy some, and then I will do it. But within the next 3-4 days, it'll be out. How about that? The only question left about this team is Hurts' passing ability, Gannon's scheme and decisions, and our safeties. Other than that, this team is. I agree, and that's what it's all about. Those are the things that have to be answered. Where's Mark Holmes at this point? Usually push out 997 videos. I only seen one. I don't know. He might be a little nervous, Bad Dog's reaction is that it sucks that Bradberry went to the Eagles. He has the Eagles winning 11 games, sweeping the G-Men. See, I mean, Bad Dog's realistic. I bet you Entertainer would probably say 10, 11 wins too. I think if you're realistic, I think if Hurts is basically what he was last year, the Eagles should still win 10, 11 games. They should. That's at their floor. So, yeah, I respect Bad Dog for that. King, I hope you don't mind me calling you King. You need to do a video with the What a Move by Howie Roseman intro. I use it to scare my wife out of sleep. All right, I'll try to get that in one of the next ones. Maybe in my cigar video we'll do it. So what's your favorite jersey you have at the moment? It's my Jerome Brown jersey. Because, Jerome Brown, was one of the greats, died early. I always wanted a Jerome Brown jersey. Never really got one. So it would be my Jerome Brown jersey. Then followed by this one, my Cunningham. I like all the throwbacks. I know a good chair you could get is a gamer chair. Send it to me on Twitter. I seriously need a more comfortable chair. This thing hurts my ass. So 500, you're super thick. Pause. I'm working on it. I'm down to 4 chins behind my head. But says, how's it going, 500? How about them Eagles, man? I'm excited. I'm excited. 500, you need to collab with Mark Holmes so we can see him squirm when you roast him about the Eagles having the better. All right, I'll reach out to him. See if I can get him on. 500, you should check your DMs. 500. Okay, I will. As soon as I'm done streaming, I will. Grab us a kitty. Here's the thing with the kitties, right? That the mom, like she's funny because like the first day or two, people were like, everybody was watching the cats. My kids were watching cats. She started trying to pick them up and move them under the bed, And so I wound up putting her in one of the bathrooms, a big bathroom, and then like what she likes to do is she feeds them. She meows. She wants to come out. She comes out. She hangs out with us. She goes back when they wake up and feeds them again. And then when they're sleeping, she likes to come out and get away. So she goes back and forth when they're asleep or not. But she doesn't want people around them. So I don't want to. I haven't really picked them up because I don't want her to start trying to move them places. When they get a little older, when they get like 2 weeks old, I'll bring them out. Yeah, I can't wait till they open their eyes too. Hey, 500 is going to have a nicotine addiction. Smoking. Listen, I used to smoke cigarettes. I quit cigarettes a long time ago, so I've had nicotine addiction. Cigars don't do it for me though. They relax me, but they don't. She can't abandon them. She never abandons them, but when they're sleeping, she likes to come hang out. Well, brother, you got my signing of Bradberry right, so I subscribe. Thank you, Brad Olson, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Last thing I'm going to say, 500, don't do the deal with Mark Holmes. It's backdoor trap. It's a backdoor trap. It's absolutely a trap. He wants Eagle fans to take me out because they're going to see me walk out. There's no way. I'm not doing that. Brandon Graham is almost like an off-season addition as well. His absence underrated from a leadership, all the things he does on the field. I just hope that he's back to the old Brandon Graham. I just worry that injury is going to struggle, You got to name the kitten, one of the kittens, Bradberry. I know, right? I named one of them. There's a real big one that like eats, right? And when they're all eating, he just pulls his way through and pushes them all and goes to the nipple that he wants. And I call him Jordan Davis. Because he's huge. I think Kennedy Brooks will make this team. Yes, I do. You just sent me a link. I'm going to check it out. I'll probably buy one if I like them, yeah. I know, but like if you move them, she could potentially abandon them, left out, like get really mad about it. Yeah. Oh, I agree. Yeah, I mean, where it's set up now is perfect. She likes it. She goes in there. She feeds them. They fall asleep. She comes out. She hangs out. She wants people to pet her. And then she goes back. And so I'm just going to keep that up for a while. When they're like 2 weeks old and open her eyes and she's not so worried, I'll bring them out. Joseph Harris, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, let's send Mark Holmes 1,000 chicken eggs for season sacrifice ceremony. They're going to need. I love that idea. Let's send them eggs. Let's send them chicken eggs. Let's do it. I'm going to put that together, and we're going to send them just a bunch of eggs. I think that will be hilarious. Good idea, man. Thank you for super chat. Name one of them Slay. There you go. Yeah, white rerun. I could do that. It's rarely seen an NFL team address their weakness like Howie did this all season. It's true. Wide receiver Brown, defensive back Bradberry, linebacker Dean, and we strengthen our strengths at defensive line, offensive line, and 2 first-round picks next year. Yeah, and also the other thing, Sean, that people are missing is that this isn't like a all-in-now situation where we have to win everything now or it's all over. Our window's closed. No, this team is built. They're being built for 5-6 years down the road. So that's the incredible part of this whole thing, Name one A.J. Brown. I like it. Send him eggs per loss. I love it. You want Greedy Williams? Yeah. I mean, don't be greedy, but you want Greedy Williams. No, we can't. I mean, I feel like at this point, I do feel like, man, should we even talk about going after a safety or something? We've done so much. It's like, I can't expect them to do anymore. I think if they don't go out and get a safety, I think we'll be okay. You know what I mean? Do you think we need a safety or are we rolling like this? I think we could. I mean, I won't mind if they get a safety, but I think they're going to roll like this. If I had to guess, I think we're going with what we have. And I think Epps is fine. I think Epps can be a bridge safety for a year at the very least. And maybe he develops into more of that, you know? Name one Smith. Yeah, could do that. You're going to make a bet, you know you'll win. You got to make a bet you'll know you win. Like us winning division and Mark Holmes eat a salad. That would be sheer torture for Mark. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be something good. For me to have to go fly to Philly, and then if the Eagles lose, wear a Cowboys jersey out of that stadium, when people, if they recognize me, are going to be like, why did Philly 500 betray us? Or two, just be really pissed off at Cowboy fans, and then I'm wearing a jersey. I just feel like he's setting me up, man. You trust Epps? I like him. I like him a lot too, man. I like him too. Biggest question mark is Hurts. I think Hurts is a question mark. Yeah, I think it's all about Hurts. I think he's going to improve. I also think the coaching staff has to show improvements. Steichen does. And you got to show the ability to get these wide receivers open and put them in good positions. And I think Jonathan Gannon needs to show improvement. You know, but even at worst case scenario, I still think we win the division. You're going to be at the game, Philly versus Dallas. You'll probably see me walk in a Cowboys jersey and throw something in my head. Epps is a good kid. He is. G.G. Smith, the best offseason ever I've experienced as an Eagle fan. Slightly better than 04. It feels like it. It's definitely up there with 04, you know. We need a good safety. Harris is a bridge safety. We can't have two bridge safeties. Yeah, we got two bridge safeties right now, unless you think Epps can develop into a permanent starter. Listen, at this point, I can't put it past the Eagles to go out and get Bates, to go out and get what's his face from Baltimore. But I can't expect the Eagles to do it either, you know? Did you see DJ Sweat? No, I didn't see that. Really? That's funny. I just got my tickets for the home opener versus Vikings. That's going to be a fun game. Who is the best player on defense? I would say Fletcher Cox, but I don't think Fletcher Cox is the same guy he was a few years ago. So I'm going to say Hassan Reddick. Do I think Steven Nelson? No. Well, Steven Nelson signed with Houston. He wants to play corner. So he signed with corner. Philly Fight, you need to apologize. It's getting harder. It's getting harder. I'm still pause, but I'm still holding out. Now, I say if he goes out and gets a safety, I'll do it. If he goes out and gets a safety, I will do it. But until then, I need one more good draft. See, here's my thing. I'm afraid that if I apologize, then he'll do something really crazy that I'll be pissed off about, and then I can't. And then it's harder for me to say anything. When I apologize, it's got to be forever. If Hurts doesn't work, we need to get the best free agent quarterback available in order to keep winning. If we have to draft a quarterback, we'll set us back all season. Yeah, the good thing is a lot of these guys are young if you have to go quarterback in the draft. Question is what quarterback is going to be available next year. I don't know that you're going to have any big-name guys available. I do not want the dude from I don't want Jimmy Garoppolo. Am I going to a game in Arizona? Not at this point. I mean, it's still possible. Anything's possible. But I'm not at this point. All these safeties got to do is play the pass. They don't got to worry about the run. That's why you get Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean. I don't care who the safety is or when they only got one job. I think Harris can play the run. I think Harris is okay. And I think Epps showed some improvement. I mean, maybe they feel Epps can be a starter. The wild card is Kevon Walsh. Will he ever amount to anything? Let's go get a safety. Now imagine. I could see, listen, it would not surprise me. I don't think the Eagles are going to make any more big moves, but it would not surprise me if they do. And I would not be upset if they do. But I'm expecting it to be pretty much what it is. But, you listen, you never know. How do we got to at least call a truce. We are in Howie versus Menace, baby. Oh, yeah, there's definitely a truce. I definitely have a truce with Howie. I'm living in Howie Vision. I'm loving it. I'm loving life in Howie Vision. I'm cool with it. Me and Howie are a truce. Definitely truce. Apology might be incoming. We'll see. We should trade for Lamar. If Hurts doesn't work out, but I fully believe he'll be our guy, so we can trade up for Will Anderson would be like, that would be unbelievable. I mean, he's going to probably go he's got to go top 3 overall. He might even go over to the quarterbacks. Did you see Mark Holmes got caught his pants down when he saw us sign Bradberry? No, I didn't see it. Am I taking the bet from Mark? I am not taking the bet from Mark because it's a trap. It's a total trap. Mark risks nothing. He has to drive 3 hours to get to Philly. He walks out with the Eagles jersey on if they win when everybody's happy. Me, I have to go 3,000 miles away. Then I have to walk out if the Eagles lose with a Cowboys jersey and get possibly assassinated. No, I need something more. It's not a fair bet. Howie says he's not done yet. Philly, he's going to take another couple moves. He's definitely going to make a couple moves. I would not be surprised to see a running back. I would not be surprised to see another defensive lineman. And listen, safety is possible. If he goes and gets Bates or what's his face from Baltimore? I keep forgetting his name now. That's it. I'll apologize. Mark has to wear a Cowboys jersey regardless. Yeah, but he gets to take it. He gets to take it off if they win. If the Cowboys lose, I mean, it's not fair. Bradberry got a 1 year, $10 million deal. 1 year, $10 million. Chuck Clark. Yeah, why I keep forgetting it. Yeah, Chuck Clark. That's it. Urban says, congrats on 40K, but thank you, my man. Thank you so much. So I'm going to do a couple more minutes. I'm going to be going on Dan Silio's show, Jacob Media, at 2:30 Pacific time, 5:30 Eastern time. So look for that. I'll be over there talking about the trade. Then I will be on Chalk It Up Sports at 7 p.m. Eastern. So look for that as well. That should be a lot of fun. It's going to be fun. Thoughts on Sixers getting knocked out? Pathetic. You should never got rid of Jimmy Butler. I don't know how many times I say it. I don't think people talk about it enough, and it frustrates me. If I had to choose, I would go Bates. And the reason I would go Bates is because I'm looking at it from the opinion of the Eagles, where you want to get a guy long term. He's young. And I think he has more upside. So I would definitely go. I would go him over Clark. I like Clark. Don't get me wrong, but I would probably, if I had to choose, I'd go Bates. Wish it was a 2-year deal. Yeah, me too. If we got Bates or Clowney could be an interesting move. Like Clowney could be interesting because I think you could still use another edge rusher. I really do. And that may put you over the top. That is something I may do a video on later, Susan, because there's something to that. There's something to that move. Now, a lot of Eagle fans don't like Clowney because of the hit on Carson. To me, that's water under the bridge. Whatever. It's funny because remember when this free agency started, nobody wanted to come to Philly. When the Eagles got A.J. Brown, everybody wanted to come to Philly. And now everybody wants to come to Philly. Now we're a place that people want to be. So how things have changed, Nelly says, question, which team that made the playoffs last year do you think will be the most disappointing? My guess is the Chiefs or Bengals. P.S. No, the Cowboys don't count because they always disappoint. That's who I would have said. I would have said the Cowboys. Well, the record of Super Bowl losers, who teams that lose in the Super Bowl, they usually have a tough year that following year. So the Bengals could totally disappoint. I could totally see that. I could see that. K Guns official said Eagles save $12 million off Darius Slay restructure. We will have $17 million of rollover. Howie is definitely at least making one more move. We could get Bates for sure. Could get Bates. Yeah, I would love Bates. I'm telling you, Clowney could be interesting because the one thing that worries me a little bit about the Eagles defense is who's going to get you sack production besides Hassan Reddick. Like Josh Sweat has to start off better than he did last year. He finished good, but he started slow. Brandon Graham coming back from injury, is that going to be a problem? Derek Barnett, I don't think he can do anything. So you need more production than just Hassan Reddick. So it could be interesting. I might do a video on it. Sorry, I had to insert the well, yeah, you knew I was going there first, I would take Clowney in the rotation as a situation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Brad. It may not be a very bad idea at all. We don't mind definitely don't mind Cowboy slander. We usually finish it off this stream with Cowboy slander, and we will today. I say sign Clowney just to mess with Wentz. That's a great idea. Great idea. The Clowney thing really intrigued. Like I might have to do a video on that because that intrigues me a lot. Yo, do you think Graham is going to be productive post injury? Well, that's the question. Coming back from an Achilles is always tough. I think Brandon Graham will be a great leader. He'll be back. He'll help the team a lot of ways. Just will the injury hurt him at all? That's the question. Eagles get Clowney and Bates. It could be interesting. The Clowney thing, in some ways, the Clowney thing seems more realistic to me than Bates because Cincinnati is going to hold on to Bates. See, I look at the Bates move. Like, I could see a situation for Chuck Clark or Bates where the Eagles don't make a move until, the trade deadline. Like, they wait till the season begins, and then in season, they trade for Bates or Clark or somebody like that at that point. I could totally see that. 500 kind of feel it does. Philly Chaotic Sports, it has that feel to it. No question about it, man. No question about it. It's going to be interesting. Uno says, what up, 500? This is amazing. I would just have Epps and Harris start safety, and we're set. I also think running back is the next position we should make a move on. Yeah, running back wouldn't be a bad move. I wouldn't mind seeing a running back come in. And remember, 2017, they brought in LeGarrette Blount, I think, in June. And look how important he was to us, Imagine if the Commanders actually get the sweep versus the Cowboys. Oh, I love it. What do you think about the new wide receiver that we just got? The kid from Jacksonville. It was a Hammond or something like that. I don't know a ton about him. I know that he played really good in preseason. I think I remember watching him in preseason, a Jacksonville game, and he was really good. We'll see. We'll see what he is. It's hard to know. We getting Bates? I like it. No, they don't want Bates to go, but Cincinnati has a history of not paying guys, letting them go. And also, if he's refusing to play, if they don't give him an extension, what are they going to do? Where to go? Weefall was another kid. Yeah, they got Weefall. I don't know anything about Weefall. All I know about him is they brought him in for a tryout. He went to Fresno State, and they like him. I think he's 6'2", so he's got some size to him. But I don't know. I mean, guys like that, I don't know. We just have to wait and see. I don't put a lot of stock into those guys until they do something, Fine, what is your next move since Howie listens to you? You've called all the moves. I got to think about this. Let me think about it because there's part of me thinks they could go running back, safety, or defensive end. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they added another pass rusher. But let me think on it. Let me think about it and get the feel of everything, and then I'll tell you. But I've been right. Yeah, I nailed it so far. But we'll see. Pretty close to Weedy sounds like a champion. I like that. That's pretty good. Well, all right, guys. Listen, I got to go on Dan Celia's show, 5:30 Eastern. Look for that. I also going to be going on Chalk It Up Sports at 7 Eastern time. Look for that as well. Let me thank each and every one of you guys for joining me. Thank you all for watching this video, the live stream today, this video earlier. I will be streaming tomorrow at some point during lunch. So look for that. But I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to all the new subscribers, all the super chats, new channel members. Thank you, all of you regular supporters who are always here. I appreciate that. I love you guys. And yeah, the Eagles add James Bradberry. And I think they got to be the favorites in the division. With that said, I am going to let you guys go. You guys take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. And let's let Mark Holmes and his son take us out. Peace.
Time for one more play.
The officials are bad.
We had one
Yo,
more.
you gotta be motherfucking
You
kidding
got to
me.
be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What
a.
are you doing?
To get off the field on third down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Kellen Moore, he's got to be better, man. He wasn't.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more
He
play.
had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us.
Away, but, you know, this is just
The brother screwed us.
You know, I'm upset, but
The brother screwed
it is what it
us.
is, man.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah, you literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us.
It's going to end the way.
Yeah, we had one bad opportunity. Hi, Michael Anthony Fitness here, MAF.
I'll need to set up here right there, and I'll be able to use the original structure right there. Now, that'll